is very, very, very important. As they said, our eyes are the windows to the world. So let's preserve, let's maintain, and let's restore those vision. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have Hillary Coley. Welcome, Hillary. Team Upliftment, Jamaica, invited by Mr. Clinton Daly. Heather from Tampa, Florida, invited by Joan Grant. Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome Miss Yvonne Watson, invited by Roslyn, all the way from Jamaica. C. Ray from Jamaica, invited by Ian. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Mervyn Griffiths Foga, invited by Ian McPherson. Shanique, invited by Jasmine. Welcome. Keep sending them in. Okay, so at this time, without further ado, I am taking the opportunity to invite our presenter for tonight. He is well capable and knowledgeable to deal with this topic. Mr. Christopher Thomas has been very instrumental in helping many in Jamaica and across the world to improve their health, their wealth, and their freedom. Tonight you are about to benefit from his contribution once more as it relates to caring for eyesight. Mr. Christopher Thomas, are you there, sir?
Yes, indeed. Sir Clinton Daly.
Welcome. Help me welcome then Mr. Christopher Thomas to the call. I believe, sir, that you have an attentive audience and we are ready to hear what you have to say to us. So please take it away, Mr. Christopher.
Yes, indeed. A very pleasant evening to you, Sir Clinton Daly, and all the ladies and gentlemen who have tuned in this week as we discuss another health and wellness subject. Sir Clinton Daly, thank you very much for welcoming our guests. Thank you for allowing them to feel at home. Thank you for also introducing me to this great audience this evening. I'm really happy, really excited to see all the people that are logging in this evening. Your being here, ladies and gentlemen, is indicative of the fact that this particular topic resonates with you in some way, shape, or form, whether it's for you directly or family members. Really happy that you are here. One thing I want to say to you though is that considering the fact that we are just about to get started, you still have time to reach out to your aunt. You still have time to reach out to your uncle. You still have time to reach out to grandma. You still have time to reach out to your parents, your friends, your neighbors, etc., your church community. Because can I tell you, this topic is relevant to all. Once you breathe, we're talking about how to improve, how to maintain, and in the case where your vision has dissipated, your vision has ceased, there is indeed a way that it is possible that you can restore this with, of course, organic herbal products. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to be here. Really happy to see all of you. If you're hearing me loud and clear, type the word I in the chat. If you're hearing me loud and clear, type the word I in the chat. If you're hearing me loud and clear, type the word I in the chat. Yes, I. All right. Yes. I see it coming. Thank you very much for participating. Now, considering the proliferation of high challenges that are currently affecting the global population, We believe that it is prudent, to share with you a set of organic, natural products that are designed to help to improve your vision in a remarkable way. However, let me contextualize tonight's presentation by providing you with, the backdrop to what we are discussing this evening. You see, all across the world, people are struggling with vision challenges. And so the World Health Organization, along with many of the top universities globally, have been looking at this challenge for some time. And there are some interesting things that are being revealed. What is really vision impairment? Well, vision impairment occurs, ladies and gentlemen, when an eye condition affects the visual system and its vision functions. So we're talking about anything that affects, anything that affects the visual system and, of course, the effective functioning of the eye. Interestingly, everyone, if you live long enough, will experience at least one eye condition in your lifetime. That's what the research is saying. So, me saying earlier that you need to get everybody here, is really reminiscent of what we're going to be discussing this evening. Now, some interesting facts coming out of research is that we're seeing, and trust me, for me, I was really flabbergasted when I came across this bit of information to see that approximately 2.2 billion people across the world are affected in some way, shape, or form by some type of vision challenges. To the extent where we have over 1 billion people where they are impacted, and some of them don't even know that they are being impacted. And we are also cognizant of this important fact that had people known that they had this situation, they could have been alleviated, they could have been prevented. What we're also being exposed to is that vision loss can affect people of all ages. Yes, I'm sure you know some children. I'm sure you're aware of some teenagers. I'm sure you're aware of some young adults. I'm sure you're aware of some, elderly folks that are currently struggling. And so you find a lot of people within the environment, wearing glasses, etc. However, what we do know is that eye challenges tend to affect people more, over the ages of, 50 years and older. Now, here's what I found to be interesting as well, that the leading causes of vision impairment and blindness stem from, conditions known as refractive errors, cataract, glaucoma, age-related macular degeneration, and of course, diabetic retinopathy. Ladies and gentlemen, really, really, really interesting. We're going to look at four of these conditions, and we're going to see how, what they are and how they affect your daily functioning. Let's look at cataract. You see, cataract is said to be a dense, cloudy area that forms in the lens of the eye. A cataract begins when proteins in the eye form clumps that prevent the lens from sending clear images to the retina. I'm sure you know what the retina is. Now, the retina works by converting light, they say, that comes through the lens into signals. It sends the signals to the optic nerve, which carries them to the brain. So when this cloud is formed over it, as you see on your screen right now, what it does is that it impairs your vision. And once the vision is being impaired, then it becomes difficult for you to read. It becomes difficult for you to see, and for even the people that drive at night, that can be challenging as well. Nobody wants to experience this. Everybody wants to have, the ability to see clearly. as they would say, as clear as mud. Everybody wants to be able to experience that. Then we have the macular degeneration. Now, to my amazement, I know cataract affects lots of people, of my ethnicity. But the truth is, I really didn't know that macular degeneration was, right up there in terms of its negative implications for people right here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and by extension, the United States, Africa, and so on. It is really this research that, really helps me to understand that, look, this is a major, major problem, and some persons are experiencing it and they really don't know. So what really is this? What we see is that the eye relays light-sending cells in what is considered to be the macula, which of course is the center of your retina, for what is called central vision. Now, in age-related macular degeneration, what happens is that the tissue breakdown or the blood vessel, starts to expand and grow in the macula, which makes it very difficult for an individual to see. So what we see there is that really is a deterioration of the central part of the retina that, of course, will lead to the individual struggling in order to be able to conduct your daily business, in order to be able to, to read. And so when that happens, if intervention is not, fast and furious, then what you'll find is that it can lead to the latter part, which is what we really don't want to go, or where we don't really want to go, which of course is blindness. Glaucoma, very, very prevalent here in Jamaica, throughout the Caribbean. Glaucoma, what we see is that this is a group of high conditions, ladies and gentlemen, that damage the optic nerve. We see, more and more of the conditions are, affecting the optic nerve, affecting the retina. And so when that happens, that becomes a problem. Now, the optic nerve, what it does is that it sends visual information from your eye to your brain. And it is vital for good vision. So once that is up and running, then your vision is going to be very well. Now, any damage at all to the optic nerve is always related to what is called high pressure in the eye. But glaucoma, they say, can even happen without the high pressure, but it is predominantly as a result of the high pressure that occurs within that particular part of the optic nerve. Now you see again, we are saying that this part of the eye is very, very, very important. And so what we are seeing coming out as well is that it is important for you to have your vision tested. If you can get this done annually, it is very, 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 very good. If you're not able to get it done annually, then you want to make sure that you do that at least twice, every 2 years, I should say, rather, or don't allow a 5-year period to pass without you have, your eyes tested, because the degeneration can be occurring without you even, think of it in a negative way. Yes, you're experiencing the blurred vision. Yes, you're feeling the pressure in your eye, and you're wondering to yourself, what is happening, but you're not so sure. You know what I mean? And you leave it there, and once you leave it there, what you find happen later is that it ends up being something that you really don't want, because you don't want a cane, and you don't want anybody to be telling you that you need to put your hand over there to do this or to do that. You want to be able to see for yourself. Interestingly, they say that many forms of glaucoma, they have absolutely no warning sign, and that is why testing, that is why your assessment is very, very, very important by the expert. Somebody is saying that it should be checked annually, and especially if you are aging, it makes sense that you really ought to do that. because you want to see what is happening, because you of yourself, you don't know. The expertise is not within you to know exactly what is happening. So it makes sense that you have this type of relationship with your practitioners for them to be able to provide you with accurate information so that, the prevention can take place. An ounce of prevention, we believe, is always better than a pound of cure. Now, one that is very, very, pronounced among us here in Jamaica is the diabetic retinopathy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a crisis in Jamaica, believe it or not. Real crisis. And of course, this happens, where there's a complication as a result of particularly type 2 diabetes. And once this starts to happen, then you find that the struggle begins. Usually it is the damages that are done to the blood vessels. Of course, you and I know that once there's a high proliferation of sugars within the blood vessels, then of course, and it stays there, not being utilized, not getting into the areas that it ought to, not being converted into energy so that you can use it. Once it remains there and saturates the areas, what you find is that, your vessels, your blood vessels, and the nerves are now affected in a very, very strong way. And once that happens, one of the challenges that we start to see is that your vision becomes somewhat blurry. Yes, one of the things that we have seen is that an individual with type 2 diabetes, that is usually one of the first warning signs that you will experience when your blood sugar, is elevated, right? Is that blurriness of your vision, those floaters, the flashes, and of course, pain and pressure that is just there. Sometimes individuals will tell you that they feel the eyes just vibrating and they don't know what is the cause of it. Well, we are happy, ladies and gentlemen, to share with you this evening a possible solution to this crisis. It is a crisis. Imagine approximately 2.2 billion people globally are affected by this challenge. The challenge of, impaired vision. And the sad part about it is that, it can be prevented. Yes, there is indeed mechanisms in place to prevent the deterioration of the vision. And of course, you see earlier that the older we get, then the probability of one having, any of these types of challenges is very, very, very high. Now, for us, we are looking at the source. We are looking at the root cause. And in many cases, we see the root cause being high blood pressure. We see the root cause being diabetes. Those are the predominant root causes. Of course, yes, there can be damages to the eye as a result of injury, or anything like that. But what we're seeing, is the damage to that blood vessel, the damage to the nerves, whether it's the optic nerve or whatever it is. And of course, that oftentimes happens as a result of, your diabetes, your high blood pressure, etc. So your health really is important in the scheme of things. One thing usually leads to the other. And so what we have seen is that, more and more research is showing that organic mushrooms is helping people in a remarkable way to overcome these challenges. One such mushroom, ladies and gentlemen, is the reishi mushroom. And how does this work in relation to this discussion? Well, first and foremost, what you must appreciate is that the reishi mushroom regulates normal body function, and that's what you want. You want your body to be functioning, in the way it was designed to function. So if your blood pressure is unusual. If your blood sugar is elevated, then what you want is to regulate those without any negative side effects, without any other problems to your body. What we have found, though, is that many of the medications that are prescribed by our physicians, and I can tell you, it's not that our physicians don't love us. It's not that they don't care about us. Many people who become physicians, they will tell you that one of the things that would have propelled them to that level is their love for people, is that they want to care for people. Maybe they would have lost a family member, or they would have seen a family member at a tender age being unwell, and they entered the profession wanting to help. The sad reality, though, is that what we see is the medications, based on how they are prepared, or based on how they are developed, are really not conducive for overall health. They help one thing, but of course they cause many other challenges. But we believe in nature, and so for us, nature ought to be the answer to our health challenges. The Bible tells us that the herbs are indeed the healing of the nation. And if so be the case, where are these herbs and how can we put our hands on them? Well, the reishi mushroom is one such herb, ladies and gentlemen. This mushroom, as we said before, regulates the body's normal function. In other words, it allows the body to function normally. It's able to do this because it provides the body with the necessary nutrition that it needs. Believe it or not, the body's ability to function is dependent on what you literally feed it with. It comes down to nutrition. And so this particular mushroom is rich in antioxidants. It's rich in phytonutrients. It is rich in polyphenols. So what are these things? These are your nutrients that your body needs in order to function effectively. And so what we see is that the mushroom has that type of effect on high blood pressure. It has that type of effect on diabetes, and so it's able to regulate and to manage them in order to help your body to function normally. That's what we are seeing, ladies and gentlemen. So in the case where the blood, the blood pressure is high, in the event where the blood vessels are damaged as a result of type 2 diabetes, the nerves are struggling as a result of type 2 diabetes, this could very well be a solution to that particular problem. We see so many people, hundreds of thousands of people who are reporting to us that when they utilize this particular mushroom in collaboration with others, type 2 diabetes is being reversed. High blood pressure is being reversed, ladies and gentlemen. And so these people can live healthier. And once that happens, what we see is that the symptoms that accommodate these particular challenges, they tend to dissipate as well, to include the restoration of one's vision. So reishi mushroom is available to you. It's available to you in 3 different types. We have the gano. This, for example, is just your capsules. A bottle contains 90, and you take 3 per day on a given day. Once you use this, then of course you will see some positive effect on your body. There is also the reishi extract. This is indeed one of the most potent of this particular reishi mushroom. The extract, pure extract, is powder, and so therefore you sprinkle this on your food, or you add it to your tea or your coffee or your smoothie, whatever beverage, whatever meal you're consuming, you have it with it, and for sure you will you will be consuming rather the nutrients that the body needs in order to function effectively. However, for me personally, in terms of the reishi mushroom, I always recommend to the people that I love the reishi spore oil. Yes, it is still the reishi, but the spore oil is far more potent than the guano pills and of course the extract. So I always say to people, if you can afford it, this is your best bet in terms of, overall health and wellness, managing that blood pressure, managing that cholesterol, managing your blood sugar levels, among other things, the cancers, etc. And why is it so powerful? Well, first and foremost, it is indeed, 2.5 pounds of the reishi mushroom that is compressed into a single gel cap. Right? So it's a lot being deposited into your body, not more than you need, the right proportion that the body needs to function, but it is extremely, extremely potent. Another of the mushrooms that can help in this regard is the superfood known as the shaga. Ladies and gentlemen, the shaga, they say, is the king of medicinal mushrooms. And what makes it so super is the fact that it consists of over 400 bioactive compounds with all types of unique benefits to the human body, to include helping to reverse, and I'm saying this without any apology, because this is my personal experience with the people that I love and care about. I see it every single day. People are saying to me, Christopher, I had high blood pressure. I was struggling with type 2 diabetes. But since I've started the reishi along with the shaga mushroom, my blood pressure is now regulated. My blood sugar is now regulated. People with blood sugars as high as 30, 28, 27 are now singing and rejoicing because now it is back down to that magic number of 5. And so when it gets there, then the symptoms now, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the symptoms, the blurry vision, for example, yes, we see those are, reversing, those are going backwards, you're no longer having that challenge anymore. So it is, like we always say here, when we present, that we're not looking at dealing with the symptoms. We are dealing with the root cause of your problem. And so if we can address the root cause, then of course the symptoms will go away in short order. However, in terms of really getting your vision, irrespective of the challenge that it has, to get it under total control or to mitigate any future, challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the product of products where vision challenge is concerned. It is called the sight. Now, this is not sold in your supermarket. No, it's not sold in your supermarket. This is not sold in your pharmacy. No, it's not. This is not sold in your haberdashery. These products are available by a special group of people that have decided to take on this challenge of helping people globally to live healthier lives. That's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, people across the globe have decided that, look, we have used these products, we have benefited from them, and so the responsibility is ours to share them with as many people as possible. Those are the people who you can, through whom you can access these particular products. That is the person who invited you, right? And the call today. So the site is that particular product that is designed specifically to help to protect the fiber and the nerves of your eyes. Now, in the earlier part of the presentation, we saw where the nerves, the fiber, of course, the blood vessels, those are the major challenges in terms of damages that can lead to either your glaucoma, your cataract, your macular degeneration, etc. So the blurriness of vision, all those floaters, everything eye related has to do in some way, shape, or form with the nerves, right? With the blood vessels, etc. So if you can have that one product that can either help to alleviate or to correct, then ladies and gentlemen, based on what we have seen, this is the product. This product supports healthy vision. It is able to support healthy vision because, can I tell you, number one, the eye needs the vitamin A in order to function effectively and healthy. You would have learned that from primary school. Some of you maybe from basic school. This product on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, consists of 25,000 international units of the vitamin A. We're not talking about chemicals that have been mixed together and constituted. No, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about all natural ingredients, right? To include something known as zinc. Did you know that zinc is necessary for effective function of your eyes? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, zinc is an essential mineral that is important for eye health. It helps create pigments, they say, that are known as melanin, right, which protects the eye. Some studies have shown that this nutrient may help to slow age-related macular degeneration. So zinc is an important nutrient. Do you know where you can find adequate zinc for the correct functioning of your eyes? In this particular product called Sight. It gets a little better because there is such an ingredient, such a nutrient, yes, from a product called, or from a fruit called bilberry fruit. Have you heard about the bilberry fruit? If not, you will hear a little bit of information about it tonight, but the onus is on you to actually research it. So here is what this does. The bilberry fruit, ladies and gentlemen, is that particular fruit that is considered to be one of those particular fruits that is very strong with your vitamin A's. I'm not too sure if you heard about it before. I know people know about the carrot and so on, and the tomatoes. But for sure, the bilberry fruit, very, very, very strong in this particular nutrient that you need, the beta carotene, which is the vitamin A for the effective function of the eye. Grape seed, wow, did you know about that one? Grape seed extract also, they say, reduces the swelling caused by any type of injury or any type of eye diseases, particularly those that are diabetic related. This is one of those things that helps to manage the effective function of your eye, right? It is very rich in antioxidants, according to studies, and of course it is designed to help to mitigate damages to your eyes. Very, very, very important ingredient here, the grape seed. Now there is another known as L-taurine, right? Now L-taurine is believed to enhance the rods and the cones of the pigment in the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, right? Helping the retina to function a lot better, helping the retina to do the job that it is designed to do. And so therefore, those conditions that are, causes the retina to struggle, what you find is that if you are consuming enough L-taurine, then of course you will have less of those problems. L-cysteine, yes, extremely, extremely important. suppresses oxidative stress in the retina. Very effective in the the therapy of glaucoma or any type of chronic neurodegenerative disease of the retina. Ladies and gentlemen, that's where this thing is. That's the crux of the matter. And then the big one, in case you have never heard about it, make sure that you leave here this evening understanding that there's something called lutein. And this is the boss when it comes on to ingredients in this particular product that is just helping people to improve. It doesn't matter what the conditions are, the ingredient has the necessary support to help to improve your vision. So here is one product with all these great ingredients. Ladies and gentlemen, if I were like you, I would make sure that before I close my eyes tonight, I order my bottle of sight, because my vision is extremely, extremely important. Now, for us, we always say to our people when we share this type of information, we say to you that yes, we are aware of the fact that many of the ailments, many of the diseases that we end up with, they usually start from building up in your system as a result of toxins. Yes, toxins is really the genesis of most diseases. In fact, the CDC has indicated that as far as they know, as far as their research has taken them, they are seeing where more and more debilitating diseases are really as a result of a body that is just overly toxic. So even if let's say you're having high blood pressure challenges, right? You're experiencing diabetes. If your pancreas is not functioning, what is the real reason behind it? Why is your metabolism so slow? Why aren't you not expelling waste materials from your body? So as a result of toxic overload, ladies and gentlemen. And so with the toxic overload, what we find is that you need that particular product to detoxify and to cleanse your system. We have that available here this evening in our detox tea, the Tenedina detox tea. The person who invited you on this call this evening, that person can indeed, share with you some more information about it. They can show you, they can let you touch it, they can let you order it, and of course, you use it daily. 8 ounces in the morning after your breakfast, 8 ounces after lunch, and of course, 4 ounces after dinner will give you that comprehensive liver, colon, kidney, arteries detox. But most importantly, every single cell in the human body will experience, some level of detox. So just imagine with me for a moment that, you're experiencing vision challenges right now, right? And of course, you may know the cause of it, but yes, you say, hey, Chris, listen, let me detoxify my body first. Let me get that reishi, let me get that shaga, and let me also have this side capsule. Can I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if your problem is as a result of type 2 diabetes, it's just a matter of time. If your problem is as a result of high blood pressure, it's just a matter of time. If your problem is as a result of your rods and the cones and the retina not functioning effectively, or you're just aging, then these products also have the capabilities to actually, reduce the pace at which you age as well. So what you have here are products that are all natural, all organic, and the results that we have been seeing from them are just simply phenomenal. We have seen persons who would have been diabetic, and doctors would have told them that, look, the blindness that you're experiencing or the vision challenge that you're experiencing, you continue to take your metformin and let's see what happens. Well, can I tell you, those persons would have moved away from the metformin. They would have had this combination, the Televina detox tea, the reishi, the shaga, and of course the sight. And these people are now really super excited about the way their lives have turned, because the blood sugar is now reversed. And now the vision is now back to normal all over again. That's what we're talking about, and that's what we're exposing it to. We're saying to you that there is another way from the way that you know. Yes, go to the doctor. Get your eyes tested. We want you to do that because we want you to know where they are, right? But in terms of you preventing, in terms of you having, a possible corrective solution, it's right on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, along with the things that you saw before. Here's what I came across that really just blew my mind. I just could not understand, when I saw this bit of information. Yes, we know that over 2 billion people are struggling with, challenges of vision. But what more interesting here is that people who struggle with vision challenges, the employment rate for them is extremely low. Their social life is disrupted. They struggle with depression. They struggle with anxiety and all of these things. Because whether you believe it or not, I know people who would rather to lose an arm than lose an eye. Yes, because your vision is that important to you. You want to make sure that you are able to see what you are eating. You want to be able to see what's happening around you. Another thing as well, because these people, have to walk with the canes and the support system and that type of thing. They tend to have a lot of injuries. So you fall and there's a fractured leg and, a fractured arm. So yes, you lose the vision. And now you are struggling with a fractured leg or, that type of thing. But I can also tell you that I personally know individuals who have lost the vision totally and they're functioning effectively in the society. Some of them are lecturers, some of them are musicians, but that is the 0.0, that is the 0.01 of the society. Majority of individuals who are struggling with, vision challenges in terms of, gotten to that point where they are literally blind, trust me, their lives are miserable because of the challenges that comes with that. So of course, the responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, is yours. The responsibility is yours to first and foremost have that assessment done. What is the current status of your vision? That's what we want to find out. Is there any level of degeneration? If there is, and you're on medication and you're not seeing any positive changes, then the thing to do is to get back to the person who invited you and let that person know that, hey, listen, those natural products that we spoke about on the presentation, is it possible that I can, have access to them? And they will say to you, yes, the site is available. The mushrooms are available. The Televina detox tea for the cleansing of your system is also available. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us this evening on tonight's Health and Wellness Seminar, where we are literally showing you how you can improve, how you can restore and maintain your vision the natural way, the organic way, the mushroom way. You saw this evening a mushroom called the reishi, scientifically known as the Ganoderma lucidium, how it helps in terms of managing and regulating your blood pressure, your blood sugar, and other challenges that you may be encountering in your body. You saw the shaga mushroom and how that combination of the shaga along with the reishi mushroom, how that helps to literally, ladies and gentlemen, reverse things like type 2 diabetes and of course the issue of high blood pressure. And then you saw a product known as the sight that has all of the ingredients, all of the nutrients that you need in order to prevent any type of challenge that you may encounter later re your vision. The research has shown that, once you are aging, the probability of you experiencing one of these various eye challenges that we discuss is very, very high. So now it is up to you to say, hey, how do I prevent? How do I correct if it is possible to correct? Yes, it is possible to correct. We do have people who have had their eyes open as a result of the combination that we spoke about. I'm not talking about individuals that were just having blurry vision. Talking about people whose eyes were closed for more than a year, and they would have had the combination, and now what they know, they are living their best life. I want to thank you for making yourself available to immerse yourself in this information, to assimilate the information. Now, the most important thing you can do for yourself is to take action. Whose responsibility is it? The responsibility of each of us health is indeed our own responsibility. Sir Clinton Daly, thank you so much, sir, for hosting us this evening. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Christopher Thomas. If I may speak on behalf of everyone, I think you did a great job bringing to us the information as in regards to eye health, vision, and how we can use mushroom-based products to improve our eyes. And we thank you, sir. We spoke about cataract and how that is a problem for many. Macular degeneration, glaucoma, and of course diabetes. And for me, I think everyone who actually is diagnosed with diabetes should first be on these mushrooms, and certainly even whether or not you're struggling with any of those eye challenges, that you do something about. You make sure that you get your sight, so that you can prevent, because diabetes is something that destroys. And so one, we want to deal with diabetes. Two, we want to ensure that our tissues and organs and different parts of our bodies are strengthened and properly nourished. So thank you for coming tonight. We appreciate you. And I encourage you to go back to the person who invited you. Sir Christopher, I don't know if we have anybody to testify.
Well, first and foremost, before I get to the testimonies, Sir Clinton Daly, what I'd love to do, I know we have over 100 people here this evening who have sat in and listened to the presentation. I will now open the floor to persons who may have a question, who may have a comment, or even an emotional outburst. Whatever it is, the floor is yours. If you would like to participate in this part of the conversation, please raise your hand by, there's actually a button below on your phone. I think it is at the, where is it? There's a button there that you can select, and you will see the option to raise your hand. Just go ahead and do that if you'd like to participate. And once you raise your hand, Sir Clinton Daly will ask you to unmute by sending you the unmute sign. And of course, let's get the conversation going. So Clover, talk to me, Clover. Clover, your hand is raised.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Clover. Welcome. Thank you very much for participating.
Okay, good night. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for asking yourself.
Yes, I'm good, kind of, but I know I'll be good. But after listening to everything, I just thanks for all the information. Thank you. It's my first time joining you guys. But my daughter have a sinus challenge from she was about 10, 11 years old. What would be good for me to give her? It's a thing that bothers her every day. Every day she has to blow her nose. And sometimes she cannot properly.
Right. Lady Clover.
Sorry, she does track and field, so she it need a lot of breathing for track. So what you recommend?
How old is your daughter, may I ask?
He's 13 now.
13 years old. All right. So far as we know, Lady Clover, we have had many adults who have experienced similar challenges. And one of the things that we have personally done is that we have exposed these individuals to our detox tea. For us, it begins and ends with that. And what we have seen is that with also diet change, these individuals have had a turnaround. One such person would have been an educator here in Jamaica, a very popular educator. Because of his sinus challenges, whenever he spoke, nobody would respond to him because, of course, that came with, an odor.
Okay.
And, he would have used the product for an extended period of time and he no longer has that challenge. But of course, as I said, in addition to having the comprehensive detox, to eliminate the mucus out of the system and to stop the draining of the mucus, then a diet change is also important. What I have personally seen is that people who engage in any type of dairy products, they usually have that type of problem. So people who, do your ice cream and you indulge in a lot of cheese and that type of thing, that usually is the situation. So if you can reduce those type of stuff, that type of food, the dairy products and so on, and have that comprehensive detox, then for sure, I can tell you that you will see some level of change, faster than you can really think.
Well, sorry. Oh, you're finished. You finished?
Go ahead now.
Okay, I was saying that I'm taking off a lot of stuff from earlier because I realized it is affecting her.
Yes.
I'm trying to do a dairy product like once in a while I might give her some mac and cheese, once in a while some ice cream, like maybe 2 months or 2 months apart. But sometimes she sneak and eat the cheesy snacks. So
yeah, so you as a parent, you have to show her the disadvantage of that. You have to tell her that maybe it's not happening now, but if she continues to do that, then the day is going to come when she's going to speak to people and they are not going to listen to her. They're going to hear her, but they're not going to listen. And that can be problematic. So you have to show her that real serious. But get her the detox so she can have that comprehensive detox. And then for sure, you can take it from there. Get back to the person who invited you, Clover, and they will tell you how the detox is possible.
All right. I think she was telling me something similar to what you're saying right now.
Yes. Let that person provide you with the guidance where the detox is concerned, okay?
Yeah, man. Thanks very much.
You're most welcome. Bless you, and thanks for the question.
Yeah, man. No problem. You're welcome.
All right. So we have, let me see now. Who do we have, sir?
That will be M. Griffith Foga.
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Not bad at all. I am really enjoying the presentation. But tell me, I have a concern. Mushroom products.
Yes.
Some persons have an allergic reaction.
Yes.
Have you ever encountered this with anyone?
Yes, I have heard about allergic reactions to mushrooms, but I've never seen it personally. In fact, I've been sharing these great mushrooms now for over almost 4 years, and I have never had an individual who had any type of allergic reactions to the mushrooms that we have. Even individuals who would have told us in the past that, you know what, I don't like mushrooms. They say I shouldn't use mushroom because I will have an allergic reaction to it. What I can tell you is that is never the case. Not saying that if you are convinced that you will have that type of reaction, you should use it. I'm just telling you that has never been my experience. And Mr. Clinton Daly here, he lives in Brooklyn. He has hundreds of customers globally. There's also Lady Nordia Clark, Dr. Clark, who is on this presentation as well. She has hundreds of customers across the United States of America, and she has never had that type of report coming back to her, and so many other people. But of course, like I said, if your conviction is such that you will have an allergic reaction, then stay away from it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Bye-bye. All
Yeah,
right. We have
Mitzi.
Mitzi. Hi, Mitzi.
Yeah, how are you doing? Thank you for your presentation.
You are most welcome. Mitzi. Welcome to the welcome.
Thank you. The thing is, why I'm asking a question tonight about the eye. My son,
Yes.
a 16-year-old, he has astigmatism.
Yes.
I think they say that is when the eye is the eyeball or something is shaped like an egg, and they say it more occur in men, more so men than women or boys, and then sometimes they grow it out. But he's 16 now, and he's still like every year when he goes to get his glasses changed, it has to be a stronger thing for him and stuff. So,
right.
What would you recommend if there is anything that he is able to?
Right.
I am able to give him. He's in Jamaica though, but I would have to buy not from him.
Yes. Thank you very much for that particular question. Your 16-year-old. The truth is that the same product we talked about earlier, which is the sight, should be able to help to improve the blood flow, to improve the blood vessels, to be able to improve, the arteries, and so therefore to also improve the overall functioning of the eye. Because what the eye needs, like any other part of the body, is nutrition. And so once the nutrition is there, then of course the function is going to be at its best. I saw last year, I was at a particular place and a lady came with a similar concern, and you know what she said? She said, listen, I am going to see how this thing works. So of course she got, about 6 bottles for her son. And the last time I checked with her, he's no longer wearing his glasses, right? But she consistently uses it. What I'll say to you though, is that you must be having this conversation with your practitioner, right? Make sure that this is not something that you're going to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to take these products and I'm going to do this on my own. Take it to your practitioner to say, hey, look at this. Do you approve this for this age child? You know what I mean? And let them give you the okay. The young man that I'm referencing right now, he was 16 years old as well. His mother did the same thing, and the practitioner was, yeah, go ahead, use it. In fact, when the practitioner looked at the ingredients, he was really impressed with what he saw in the product. You know what I mean? To see the lutein more than anything else, because not many high-related products, really consist of lutein. And when he saw that, he was really, really impressed. So yes, have that type of conversation with the practitioner, and then for sure, a decision can be taken from there.
Okay, because I have one for myself. I'm about to start it now because I was talking to Nadia about it, and she said, I should get one because I have dry eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, everything else is good in my eyes except that part.
Right.
So I am gonna try it out to see whatever. So when I'm going to Jamaica, I'm gonna get 2 bottles for him and start him off from there. Take him to the eye doctor and then start him off.
Please, yes, go ahead, man. You just start him with that and follow the instructions, as outlined. And you really shouldn't have a major problem. What you should see is a great level of improvement over a period of time. And let me just emphasize that because these are organic, natural herbs, ladies and gentlemen, there are some people who will use one bottle and the one bottle will open your eyes. But then there are others who may have to use 1, 2,
more than
3,
one.
4, 5,
because
6,
it depends
7,
on how
8,
fast
9, 10,
things
11,
get to
12.
work in your body. That's true.
There you go. Right? Because it all depends on the condition of your body as well, where your body is at. So that is why we always say that detox, that comprehensive detox, is vital to the success of the program, of this particular program. Very, very, very important. And anyone 6 months and older can experience that detox. Once you're 6 months and older, you can be having this detox tea. That's how gentle it is on the system.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you very much. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. All right. Sir Clinton, it seems as if we have come to the end of the questions. I'm not seeing any answer at the minute.
No.
Right. And of course, if you are on the call and you have had a great experience with the, using the products for your vision, feel free to raise your hand and tell a story. There are some individuals that we invited to share their stories, but of course, because of church and all of that, people are back to full church again, Sunday night church, and I really love that. So not everybody is here, but that's fine. Denise, go ahead, Denise. The floor is yours.
Good evening.
Hi,
Good
Denise.
evening.
Yes,
I just have a quick question. For diabetes concern,
yes.
how many times per day because I currently have Shaga and Ghana. So how many times per day should they be taken? Because on the bottle it says once per day, but
Yes.
so far it's being used and there doesn't seem to be any changes. So I was wondering, is that the correct dosage?
No problem. Question. Have you
Once per
had the
day?
tea?
Yes.
What do you mean by you had the tea? Have you had 6 sachets?
It wasn't all of it is not completed as yet.
You're
I
in the
think
process.
About 3 sachets.
Okay,
Yes.
great,
Mhm.
great. So you have just started to take the products. You're in the midst of it, really, of the first month
Correct.
supply.
Yeah. Yes.
Great, no problem. So that's very good. So in taking the product, personally, the company says takes it once per day. But what I have seen is that people who use the reishi extract and the sugar extract twice per day, yes, they seem to improve faster than people who use it once per day. That's my personal experience. So all my customers, all of the people that I have currently that are diabetics, I encourage them to use the thing twice per day, once in the morning and once in the evening. And in addition to that, I also say to these individuals, make sure that you are, making that adjustment to your diet. Because if you are still consuming the heavy starches and loads of sugar, then of course your situation will not improve, right? The product is there to provide your body with the support it needs, but if you are countering it, then it cannot work for you. So you have to eliminate your sugars totally. The only sugars you should be consuming are the sugars from your fruits, and the ones that are sweet, like your pineapples and your watermelon. You can't have 2 of those daily. You have to choose one and have the smallest portion possible, right? Because your body is already in a very bad state. Once you have diabetes, my friend, it just didn't happen overnight. This developed over a long period of time. You were first pre-diabetic, and then you became fully diabetic. So that's where we are. So make sure that you are, eliminating those sugars, minimizing your starches, consume the product twice per day, and let's see what happens. Like so many others, you will have your own story as well. Are you there? Have we lost her, Sir Clinton?
Yes, she got muted.
Off?
Yeah, she got muted.
What's her name? Just raise your hand again, Mom. Let me maybe you want to continue the conversation.
Denise. I think her name is Denise.
Just find her and let her open her mic, please.
Not finding her.
You're not seeing her.
Oh yeah, I think I found her.
Denise,
did we address your situation?
yes, hi. No, I just couldn't. I got muted again, and I couldn't unmute myself. So that was the issue. But yes, I was listening to your response, and I thank you very much for that.
You're most welcome.
Very much
I appreciate
appreciated.
All right, all the best.
Okay.
All
So we
right.
have Hillary. So we have Hillary.
Lady Hillary Cole is someone with a remarkable story. of, transformation, her vision. And I thought she was at church, but she's here with us. Lady Cole, asking you to unmute if you would like to share. The people are listening to you. If you do have the time and can share, go ahead and share. If not, we do understand. In the meantime,
her hand is raised.
Sir Stone?
No, Hillary is available.
Go ahead, Hillary.
Yes. I'm one of the person who have the type 2 diabetes.
Yes.
And when I went to a convention, my husband lead me to Sir Chris. And after he lead me to him, that time I can't see Sir Chris, And Sir Chris was talking to me, but it's pure darkness. I see. I don't see. And I tell you, he sell me a bottle of the sight. And the first 2 what I take, in space of 2 days, my eyes are open.
My God.
I'm thankful, Sir Chris. I can't string needle, I can do everything now. I'm so glad. Sir Chris, I'm thank you very lot.
Yes, ma'am. Lady Cole, I share your story everywhere I go,
Love you a lot, Sir, because if it wasn't for you, I would blind a long time. I know I can see needle, the smallest needle, I can't string it.
So God be the glory, ma'am. God be the glory.
And I'm working on the diabetes now. I'm feeling far way different with
Absolutely.
the medication. What?
The sugar mushroom in it and the tea.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Lady Cole, for sharing as usual. Let me tell you, guys, Lady Cole has a remarkable story of just, this is what I call transformation. Because imagine not being able to see, not being able to read your Bible and, just taking a product. And in days, your sight is restored. You know what I mean? She's one of the persons who, can stand up boldly and say this in any environment, any crowd, anywhere at all, because people, knew her own husband. He was the one who led her to us on that day. And I recalled, her holding on to his shoulder as she walked, not being able to walk by herself. And today, no more support from her husband. In fact, she's the one giving him support now. Amazing. All right, Sir Kenneth Stone, I think you'd like to speak. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead and share your thoughts.
Pleasant good night. I would like to ask,
to you, sir.
I didn't hear the question.
I'm not too sure. You're not coming through too clearly.
Okay. Pleasant good night. Are you hear me okay?
Yeah, go ahead now.
Hello? Yes. So I was saying, if one decide to take these stuff, what period of time do you give one to see changes taking place?
Sir Stone, it varies. I personally, I know a lot of people globally who are using the products. Lady Cole, her eyes, her vision rather was restored in a week. There are some other persons who they use the product up to a year. Went back to the practitioner, and the practitioner is saying, "Hey, you don't need to renew your glasses anymore. Your vision is perfect." There are some persons who, over a 6-month period. I have persons here in Jamaica right now that tells me that if they're not on the product, they're not able to see. Right? And these are persons who have been struggling with vision challenges for 10, 15 years. Now they have been using the product. They are saying, whoa, when I'm on the product, my vision is perfect. When I'm not on it, then it's not perfect. So, of course, they need more time in order to be able to totally overcome the challenge. But what I can say to you is that even if you take this product for the rest of your life, you have nothing to lose, because not only is it corrective, but it also helps to prevent the things that we spoke about, because your eyes needs food, it needs nutrients, and that's exactly what you will receive from these products. And personally, I don't recommend the sight by itself. I always say get your reishi, get your shaga, and if you want to have that detox, then for sure that is the precursor to the whole process. Once you do that, then the sky is the limit, sir.
Okay, do appreciate it. Thanks.
You are most welcome, sir. You are most welcome. Because like I mentioned earlier, people's circumstances are different. People's bodies are different. You have some persons who their bodies are really nutrient deficient, to a large degree, very nutrient deficient. And so you would think that, yes, you're having your carrots and you're having your tomatoes, but they themselves are nutrient deficient. There's no proper nutrients because, of how they are manufactured, and stuff like that. So for sure, you need to give this time. One thing I can guarantee you is that once you're using these products, your body is receiving nutrients. The proper nutrients that it needs to function daily, that is what you receive from these mushrooms. That is what you will receive from that product called the sight. And if you continue to use it over a protracted period of time, my goodness gracious me, then the sky is the limit. All right? So thank you very much, Sir Kenneth, for your question. Thank you very much, Lady Hilary Cole. Thank you, Denise, and all the other persons who thought it prudent to share their own, to ask questions and to share your testimony. Sir Clinton Daly, we can't allow the call to finish, sir. There are people here who are diabetic and they want to hear your story. Tell your story, sir. Don't be afraid. Never be afraid to tell your story. I know you're just allowing others to share. Tell them how you overcame, diabetes and how you are now living your best life, having lost almost 30 odd pounds, doing this thing.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Sir Chris. Yes, I was diagnosed as being pre-diabetic. My A1C was at 6.3. And the doctor told me that 6.5 and above is considered diabetic. I was also overweight, weighing over 203 pounds. And for over years, 2016 to 2021, for that time, that much of a time, I was trying to find different natural ways and exercise and change the diet to see if I could really reverse the effect of the actual full-blown diabetes and reverse the pre-diabetes too. Get the weight off. I had a large stomach. Some people call it beer belly. But I get to realize now that that was not really beer belly. It was a really unhealthy state. And so when I came across the detox tea, I lost 10 pounds in the first week of drinking it. So my belly initially started to come down. Within 2 months, I realized that my A1C fell from 6.3 to 5.9. My weight, I lost almost 30 something pounds within that period of time. Now, losing weight was a real challenge because even though I was exercising, I was doing all the things. I may have lost a couple of pounds, but in short order, I put on back even more. So the weight was not staying off. But since I've been drinking the detox tea and taking the other products, I no longer have that problem. I no longer have to worry about diabetes, And so, yes, sir, this is my story, and I am telling it everywhere I go because I know many people across the world are struggling with diabetes. And of course, the topic for tonight, sight. That is one of the side effects of having diabetes. So who wants to have a diabetic challenge that causes you to get blind. Who wants that? I do not. And that is why I am a missionary. I'm an ambassador. Thank you, sir.
An ambassador indeed, an ambassador who is touching lives all across the length and breadth of planet Earth. Sir Clinton Daly, all those people in Florida whose blood sugar is being regulated, all those people in New York and beyond, those people you have in Jamaica, whose blood sugar and pressure, are being, regulated. I'm really happy for you that you have taken, this to the next level. The seriousness with which you're operating, Sir Clinton, is really, shedding light on this particular product line, and you are now operating like a true minister of health, and I am really, really, really excited for you. Ladies and gentlemen, thus conclude our health and wellness seminar for tonight. I want to thank each of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be present with us. Your being here is indicative of the fact that the topic resonated with you or someone that you know and love. And so we hope that the information that was disseminated would have brought value to your life. Now the rest is left up to you. The action is really yours. Go take action. Get the products. Reach out to the people who invited you and let them know that, look, you are serious about your health. An ounce of prevention is always better than a pound of cure. Ladies and gentlemen, see you again next week Sunday at the same time. We will be discussing financial freedom. Yes, our topic for next week will be financial freedom. So if you want to learn how to earn some money, if you want to put some money into your pocket for Christmas, join us next week and you will hear more about financial freedom. It's going to be at the same time, 8 p.m. Jamaica time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're now on the same time, and I'm really happy for that. So God bless you all. Take care and see you next week. Sir Clinton Daly, bless you, sir. Great job.
Thank you, sir.
All the best to you.